Edward, Thomas, and Sofia. These three trios are going to make up one of the most insane inheritance dramas. Well, you know what? Just sit back and relax because it's coming at you right now. Alright, buckle up, because the family drama unfolding after Grandpa's death, it's like something straight out of an addictive soap opera. Get ready for the bumpy ride though, because Grandpa was the big patriarch of our family. I'm talking a massive successful business empire, filthy rich, over his long life. Well, I'm Edward, the firstborn son, so I had naturally assumed the bulk of the money and company shares would come my way. Seemed only fair, right? Well, hold on to your hats, because at the reading of the will after he unexpectedly kicked the bucket from a heart attack, we learned it's riddled with bizarre stipulations about inheritances. A huge chunk of the trust has to go to any grandkids only if they marry approved gold digger spouses handpicked by Grandpa. And his numerous glitzy vacation mansions are now earmarked for his many past mistresses. It's completely bonkers. Alright, let me introduce the rest of the cast in this twisted saga. I've got two siblings also mixed up in the mess. Younger brother, Thomas, and sister, Alice. We've got a decent relationship, I guess, but man, are we different. As the eldest, I've been working closely with Grandpa for years to build up the company into the conglomerate it is today. It was always expected to take over the reins someday by me. Alice is the free-spirited middle child who flew the coop long ago. She went to go travel abroad and find herself. She's into all this new age spiritual stuff and never cared much about the family money and drama. Alright, then there's Thomas. Yeah, the surprise oopsie baby, who came much later in life, and he can be a bit sneaky and hard to read, but we're cordial enough. Still though, I don't feel like I can trust either fully right now. But brace yourself, because the big shocker was learning Grandpa apparently had a secret illegitimate love child years ago that none of us even knew about. So this mystery man, his name's Sebastian. He came out of the woodwork and is now claiming partial inheritance. Awkward does not even begin to describe the situation. As eldest brother, I immediately confronted Thomas about the bombshell revelation, accusing him of secretly being in control with this newly discovered half-sibling. But he denied any knowledge in an Oscar-worthy performance. Something still seems off though, and at this point I don't think I can trust any of these relatives or their thinly veiled motives. What's up everybody? We're going to check out some comments from the first post. I hope you guys are having a great day, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, take a second to hit that subscribe button, and let's go ahead and jump into the first comment by Dank for the memes. This Edward dude sounded really shady. I bet he's hiding something. My BS detector is going off hard. Karen with an AK replies, Dank for the memes, don't be so quick to judge. You barely know anything substantial about Edward yet. Reserve your judgment until you get the full story. And then memes replied again. It's so obvious he's manipulating the narrative here. Look at the subtle details. Man's is clearly toxic and hiding something big, I guarantee it. Update number 1. The love triangle that threatens the family bond. Alright folks, let's start the pot right here. We're gonna stir this bad boy up. Remember Grandpa's much younger bombshell of a wife, Sofia? You know, the woman who could easily grace the cover of the Sports Illustrated swimsuit editions? Well, your truly Edward here has been getting, let's say, rather cozy with her on the down, if you catch my drift. We decided to finally announce our shocking engagement plans at the already tense family dinner. You should have seen the looks of utter disgust on Thomas and Alice's faces when I went ahead to break the news to them. They see Sofia as an opportunistic gold digger, clawing for Grandpa's fortune, and obviously they can't comprehend our deep connection, man. What do they say? Haters gonna hate? I think she'll make the perfect trophy wife once this is all said and done, and everything settles in the dust. But guys, the plot keeps thickening. When this little weasel, Thomas, tried to undermine my power move, apparently he's dug up some questionable backroom business deals I spearheaded on Grandpa's behalf over the years. Yeah, not exactly by-the-book stuff. Well, Thomas is overly threatening to leak the damaging documents unless I back down and let him have more control. I'd say this is bold, yeah, but foolish. Meanwhile, more salacious rumors about Sofia's past companionship arrangements with wealthy men have been making the rounds both locally and online. Could be idle gossip, but also potential trouble. Still, I'd say I'm still in pretty deep stuff. She's got her hooks in me real good. And an unexpected development, though. Are you ready for this? Grandpa's home nurse reached out to Alice claiming he left some secret, unread letter for her before his death. I'd say that could be a game changer. If it is substantial, I mean, can you trust her? Lots of whispers and speculation are swirling. But things finally reached a boiling point with Thomas, and we had an explosive argument. It actually got physical. The little weasel vowed to challenge Grandpa's will in court to undermine my inheritance, but if he wants a full-blown war, he better be ready for what comes with it. No more playing nice guy, time to go scorched earth mode. Comment number 1 from Imp Lord says, Sofia sounds like a textbook money go-getter. Run away, she's a man-eater. Get out of that situation, bro. Boomerang Banger 1956 says, back in my day, marriage vows meant something. This whole sitch is an abomination. Kids these days just are chasing clout and assets. Implord69 replies, okay, Gramps, live in whatever fantasy world you want, but the facts are facts. This girl is suspicious. My dude needs to wake up and smell the exploitation. Update number 2, Courtroom Showdown. Despite my warnings, Thomas followed through on his legal threat. He filed multiple injunctions to freeze assets from Grandpa's estate until the specifics of the will are clarified. I tried threatening to expose his past drug habit, but he shockingly did not back down. Who is this new, emboldened brother of mine? And even more shocking news, a buried codicil got unearthed from the paperwork graveyard. Apparently years ago, Grandma had stipulated that her entire inheritance must go to most cherished charities after she died. But somehow that never happened. Highly suspicious, huh? After a bit of digging, the blame appears to fall on the family lawyer, Henry, who was supposed to ensure the transfer to charity, but now it's clear he's been embezzling a significant chunk of the earmarked money for himself over the years. What a devious snake. No honor among thieves. And the chaos even escalates from there. On the very day of our court hearing, to settle the injunction, Sofia mysteriously vanished without a trace. She cleared out her walk-in closets of all the most valuable animal furs, jewelry, designer dresses. Was I just a naive pawn in her twisted long con game? My pulse was racing just thinking her motives in all this mess. But anyways, back to the courtroom, right? Thomas took the stand and eviscerated me with accusations about Grandpa's shady business history. Under my stewardship, of course. He acted so meek, and, well, who knew he had such a vicious mean streak in him? His seething betrayal cuts deep, but mark my words, he'll regret this stunt once all this is said and done. But I'd say the major part of this update, the secret heir Sebastian showed up in this wild, dramatic, telenovel fashion like a Broadway diva. He's clearly got his own hidden agenda and motives in this whole sordid affair. With him in the mix now, things are guaranteed to get more complicated and volatile. What a mess. Let me know what you would do. Please, I need some advice. Comment number 1. Thomas is clearly the one only here with integrity. You go, bro, expose the corruption. Stan Edward replies, lies. You leave Edward alone. He's the victim here who got cheated out of his rightful inheritance. Are you even listening to the story? Spill the tea, Mary replies back, "Wake up, Stan. Your boy Edward is shady with his business deals too. He's not talking much about that, is he? Stop idolizing celebrities and hold them accountable, man." Update number 3, the double deal. Friends, the twist just keeps on coming in this wild familial showdown. After the flamboyant courtroom entrance, the mystery man Sebastian dropped the bombshell. He already covertly received his full inheritance directly from Grandpa years ago. Apparently, they've been in quiet contact this whole time, planning this power move. Sneaky indeed. Sebastian smugly claimed he simply came to observe the fireworks between the rest of us squabbling peasants. Clearly, this man's playing high-level chess while I'm stuck on checkers. Adding to the confusion, Grandpa's former business partner, Richard, appeared from thin air, also demanding a cut of the inheritance pie. But I know for a fact Richard and Grandpa became bitter rivals and cut ties years ago. Something about this new wild card just does not pass the smell test. I called Richard out publicly as a desperate fraudster, but he maintains his legally entitled to compensation. Wasn't the first snake in the garden also named Richard? Think about it, people. Meanwhile, Grandpa's loyal home nurse started leaking some very unsavory accusations, suggesting Sofia attempted to seduce Grandpa during intimate sponge baths and nocturnal caretaking sessions. Highly unseemly if proven accurate. But honestly, at this point, I don't know who or what to believe when it comes to Sofia. Never fully trust a pretty face, that's been made painfully clear. To top off this dysfunctional Sunday pie, a private investigator uncovered definitive evidence of my rather prolific secret affair with our young company secretary, Sabrina. Oh, Sabrina. Front page news, unfortunately, and trending on social media. It even has a hashtag. My once sterling reputation with the board of directors, burnt. No bridge left there. This may be a full-on nightmare PR-wise, and finally, in a surprise power shuffle, I'd say, Thomas and Sebastian have clearly formed an alliance. Well, I suspect some serious backroom double-dealing happening between those turncoats. But I'll get the truth, mark my words. Update number 4. The final move that settled the estate. Alright guys, this is it. This never-ending family theater of war. Grab a couple snacks, buckle up, and the latest twist. Grandma's estranged older sister popped out of nowhere. Margaret, waving these purported evidences that the lawyer Henry brazenly forged multiple legal documents after Grandma died. She insists that she wants to make amends to us, and the grandchildren, and expose the truth as the last remaining survivor of that generation. But can the mystery aunt be trusted? The jury is still out on her motives. I don't think anybody does something like that in this world without a motive. All the mounting stress finally got to poor Thomas, and he suffered a full mental breakdown. He's now recovering at an uber-exclusive rehab retreat in the Alps, paid for with the family funds he himself froze. The political maneuvering at play here is not lost on me. So once he returns, mark my words, there will be a reckoning. And yet another scheme, I even proffered Grandma's most cherished pearl necklace to Alice as an olive branch. I'd say a transparently desperate attempt to sway her sympathies back in my direction. She saw right through the manipulation ploy, of course. Her tongue lashing left permanent emotional scars. I still talk to my therapist about it to this day. But the truth, death blow here, it came when Grandpa's longtime physician took the stand to testify that Event's dementia had left Grandpa mentally unfit and vulnerable when he signed his latest will and trust amendments. This revelation, it could be the legal sliver of a bullet that upends everything. You could hear a pin drop as the courtroom digested this medical evidence. After finally completing his conveniently timed stint at the luxury wellness spa, Thomas reappeared playing the role of the prodigal son to perfection. He delivered an Oscar-caliber speech, pledging his renewed commitment to preserving Grandpa's legacy. But is this new persona genuine or just another devious act to gain trust? Well, I guess they would say only time will tell. It's in a little too late of a move. I can clean publicly about the affair. I told everyone. I agreed to mediation on dividing the contested will and even issued a scripted public apology. But guys, let's be real here, folks. My reputation, it's beyond PR repair at this point. Sometimes when empires crumble, all you can do is stand back and watch the debris fall and still be grateful you're here underneath it. So here we are, the surviving relatives gathered morously around Grandpa's ornate gravestone for an awkward photo op of the holiday season. A picture worth 1,000 words. His tomb forever a reminder of the lasting scars left by this dynastic civil war. But for a better or worse, Grandpa's legacy lives on through all of us left standing. So, I just want to say thank you, and stay tuned because I suspect this drama-filled saga is far from over. Final comments. With the dementia bombshell, says Believe You Deborah, this is headed to the Supreme Court, baby. Replied by Call It 247, I knew Thomas was a snake from the jump. Get wrecked, liar. And Believe You Deborah replies again, the legal ramifications of the dementia evidence are way bigger than Thomas. This goes beyond your petty tea, sister. Wow, so today's story, it had a lot to unpack. And we were kind of left on a cliffhanger, to be honest with you guys. I was revealing this story, going over it, looking at every single thing I could find, and I'm telling you right now, there's absolutely no more updates anywhere that I could find about this story. But the second one comes out and we find out about, well, more of the juicy inheritance details, you guys will be the first to know, so make sure you subscribe to the channel. But let's go ahead and discuss this situation right now. We know Thomas just got out of his luxury spa, aka Rehab. Anyways, guys, I want to know what you think about the word luxury spa. When they were referring to his rehab, a lot of the commenters were thinking that he's full of it. He's using this as an excuse so he can come back and say, oh, I'm better now, and I want the inheritance. I just want to know what you guys think, so drop it down below in the comment section. Let's talk about this one. If you guys are new to the channel, this is my revenge channel. So I hope you guys enjoy revenge stories because there's going to be one every single day. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. And of course, remember, it's cool to be kind. And oh yeah, why don't you check out one of these videos that's about to pop up on your screen? See ya.